Hello, I'm Michael Gross, host of the B&O Railroad Museum television network. And this is one of America's most famous and collectible examples of railroad dining car china, known officially as the B&O's Centenary pattern, but more commonly referred to as B&O Blue. Its pattern was created and designed by the first woman civil engineer to be employed by any railroad in the United States, Olive Dennis.
Olive Wetzel Dennis was an extraordinary woman. From a young age, Miss Dennis showed an interest in mathematics, engineering, and construction. After watching the construction of a building near her home at age 11, she built her own fully functional playhouse. She used wood she recycled from an old shed her father tore down. It had 3 steps to a front porch, 3 windows with wooden shutters, a door, and a sloped roof with shingles. Miss Dennis graduated at the top of her class from Western High School in Baltimore, receiving a full 4-year scholarship to Goucher College. She graduated from Goucher in 1908 with a bachelor's degree in science and mathematics, achieving the academic distinction of becoming a member of Phi Beta Kappa. From there, she received a fellowship to Columbia University in mathematics and received a master's degree in mathematics and astronomy in 1909. She did not rest on her laurels. When women were admitted to Cornell University's civil engineering program, she became only the second woman to earn a civil engineering degree from that prestigious university in 1920. Shortly after her graduation from Cornell, she spoke to the president of the B&O Railroad, Dan Willard, and convinced him to give her the opportunity to apply her skills with the B&O. President Willard saw great potential in Miss Dennis, and she began her career with the B&O Railroad in September 1920 as a draftsman in the engineering department. Just a year later, President Willard promoted Miss Dennis to a new position he created specifically with her in mind. She became the B&O's engineer of service and began traveling on the passenger trains to see how the B&O could improve their passenger service. Miss Dennis would make observations and report her findings to President Willard. In her first year, she traveled over 40,000 miles and made many suggestions for improved passenger service and comfort. Miss Dennis designed reclining seats for passenger cars. She selected soothing color schemes and fabrics for passenger comfort and aesthetics. She assisted in the development of stain-resistant and easily cleanable fabrics for use on passenger car upholstery and window treatments, and designed non-glaring lighting with dimmers for passenger cars. Stay tuned for more of the B&O Railroad Museum television network.
All aboard the Day Out with Thomas, only at the B&O Railroad Museum. Come to the B&O and discover your adventure. April 22nd through 24th and April 29th through May 1st.
Thomas and Percy, off down to the tunnel.
Enjoy a full day of family fun, including a train ride with Thomas.
Hello, I'm Thomas.
Get tickets at ticketweb.com or call 866-468-7630.
When the 100th year anniversary of the B&O Railroad was approaching, Miss Dennis was asked to create a new design for the B&O china that would be sold at B&O's Fair of the Iron Horse celebration in 1927. She garnered inspiration from 2 Staffordshire blue and white china plates made in 1827 by Enoch Wood of Burlham, England. The plates were made to commemorate the newly formed B&O Railroad. Wood, having never seen an American train, depicted 2 different scenes of English trains on the plates. The plates are known as the incline and the level, as their scenes show an inclined train lift, which was never used in the United States, and a train on a flat or level surface. 2 years in the making, the complex design Miss Dennis created was the most elaborate pattern ever made for railroad china. So much so, the pattern was issued a patent by the United States in May 1927. Each piece of china had a unique design created for the individual piece, with the borders showing the evolution of B&O motive power, beginning with the horse-drawn cart and ending with the powerful steam locomotives. The center of the plates depicted scenic locations along the B&O train routes. In later years, the diesel locomotive was added on the border pattern of the china, showing the progress of modern-day B&O locomotives. Miss Dennis signed over her patent rights for the Centenary china pattern to the B&O Railroad, never profiting from her design. The china was produced by 6 different china factories over the years. The original company to produce the china for the B&O was Scammell's Lamberton China Company of Trenton, New Jersey. As companies changed hands or production costs would rise, other china factories were commissioned to produce the china for the dining car service. The other companies include Buffalo, Interpace, Shenango, Sterling, and Syracuse. Since various companies produce the china, minor variations in the pattern, color, and back stamps are common. The Centenary china pattern was made continually for the B&O Railroad for use in the dining cars and cafeterias from 1927 until 1971, when the B&O passenger service was discontinued. However, 2 special edition china sets were commissioned in later years. In 1977-1978, a special 150 years anniversary edition china was commissioned and sold to the public through the B&O Railroad Museum. The last run of the Centenary china was produced in 1997 and sold exclusively by the B&O Museum. To this day, it is one of the most sought after and collected railroad china patterns.
On your next visit to the B&O Railroad Museum, be certain to see this exhibit of Olive Dennis's china, along with all of the earlier B&O patterns, china from other railroads, and B&O silverware. This is Michael Gross, and thanks for watching the B&O Railroad Museum Television Network.
Interested in learning more about the B&O Railroad Museum in Ellicott City Station? Follow us on Facebook and Twitter with daily updates on upcoming events, coupons, photographs, history, and things to do in Baltimore. You'll never be off track.